Dude.
Alright, this episode, guys, we're gonna be talking about conspiracies.
Ooh.
But anyways, number one conspiracy theory.
Alright.
What's some common conspiracy theories that you agree
aliens
with?
exist.
Oh, that's not conspiracy theory. Like, I literally don't care what anyone says. That's not, like, granted, have we proven
no,
it?
it is literally a conspiracy theory. There's no actual
There's
proof.
no proof, but in my mind, I don't see it as a conspiracy theory because I believe the aliens are real. I don't really care.
But
So,
I mean, it is...
I get what you're saying, yeah. It's, like, technically considered.
a global conspiracy theory.
I mean, aliens are real. Like,
I mean, I think there's definitely a different extraterrestrial
well, because
being
aliens...
out.
Yeah, well, aliens are considered as another being from, like, a different country or planet.
Which I think is funny because if we think about it that way, the aliens are real, then that means that we're aliens to them. So it's like...
Yeah. Well, aliens can also be, like, from a different country. But I don't think that aliens are gonna be, like, the green things that people think they are. No.
No, I definitely
do.
I think they're like disgusting.
I think they're gonna be very similar to us. They're gonna have, like... I'm not gonna say they're
It
gonna be,
depends.
like... Yeah, it depends
on the planet
what,
that they'd be inhabiting.
because we came from, like, monkeys. If they don't have monkeys, then did they come from whales?
That's why I'm saying, like, they're probably, like...
Speaking of that...
They're probably disgusting. Speaking of the whale, guys, Brendan Fraser. Great movie.
Stop! No, we're talking about...
Great movie.
Great, no one else. Mermaids.
It's a good movie.
Do you think mermaids are real, best friend?
Mermaids?
Yes. I think they're real. I don't think there's proof, but
closer
I think
to a siren.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Although, okay, no. Mermaids are more plausible than sirens are, but I think sirens are such a good mythical thing.
Yeah, sounds really cool.
If they are real.
I think that mermaids are real.
I think
because
it's
like
some type of
something.
I think they were more animal than they were human, almost like feathery.
Whether it be like, oh, it's me tapping my leg.
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
Whether they exist on this planet or another, I think they're real.
Oh, I think they're definitely something.
I feel like
there are too many skeleton things found in the ocean.
Well, we haven't even discovered much of the ocean.
Oh,
so then,
really?
like,
no, seriously. So it's like so
like
plausible. I think that they're honestly okay. It's not a conspiracy theory, but like dinosaurs. I still think they're real. Or not real. Like still here.
Okay,
and
but
you can't even say like technically lizards or like their descendants. I'm talking like a real life dino, like ones in the water.
Big one. Oh, like
I think that there are still like
sea monsters.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I mean, like we haven't granted we can go really deep in the ocean, like.
But that doesn't mean we've barely discovered like any of it.
We've discovered, I think, I don't think we've discovered over 90%. Like I think we've only discovered less than 10. The Titanic. You know conspiracy theories about it?
Not really.
Okay.
I just think they hit an iceberg, but I also don't know much about it. I've never read anything about it. I've never seen any movie about it.
When I was younger, I was really into the Titanic, so I would watch the videos where they get to talk to the survivors, and they would go. Obviously, we know the whole Jack and whatever her name is.
Which wasn't that totally made up? Just
that's
to make
made
the movie
up.
More interesting.
Yeah, but I read on this article thing when I was younger. It was so obviously they hit an iceberg, but the iceberg isn't what made the boat crash, because in the movie, which I don't know if it's real, but in the movie the boat crashed in half, right? But one of the I don't know if it's actually real, but one of the reasons they talked about was actually that the engine blow was caught on fire. Because I mean they never said the Titanic caught on fire, but the whatever was so cold, but it actually they hit the iceberg, but at the same time it also could have crashed because of whatever, which I think is really cool. But no one really knows what happens to the Titanic either. I'm not saying they're lying, because obviously there's literally evidence that it happened. You
can go by survivors, but
it's also it's just so crazy, because I mean obviously there's been a lot of boat crashes, but it's just so it's the story of it is so coincidental, because it's okay, here's the ship, it's gonna be the strongest ship. Oh, you literally crashed an iceberg. Be so for real.
Yeah.
And it it's just crazy to think about. I don't know, I'm not saying it's not real. It's just the story of how it happened.
I definitely think it's real. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's evidence, but
there's evidence that
after everything happened.
It's just very, I don't know. I'm not saying it's I know it's just conspiracy theories about it, but it's just what actually happened on the boat. They also know the whole love story didn't happen to her. But besides that, did the boat break in half? Because in the movie, I don't know if you watched the movie,
No.
but the movie, it's, like, traumatic. Like, it's literally, the boat literally is, like, in half, like, in the air. Like, it's like this. And, like, people are just sliding off into the thing. But that also would be terrifying, because I think I wouldn't mind. Like, I know, like, okay, they died because it was, like, so cold. Because if it wasn't cold, I feel like they would have been fine. Some of them probably would have get ate, but, like, you know, animals in the ocean. But besides that, they probably all, if they worked together, like, could have got to land, depending on where they were, eventually. But the reason it was so cold, because it was, like, freezing cold water, obviously, because there was iceberg. But I would hate to get, like, sucked up in the propeller. Because, I mean, like, think about it. Like, I know, like, the boat was a lot tinier than, like, the boats today. But, still, the propels were, like, big. Like, I would hate to get, like, chopped up by that.
Oh,
I would cry.
I think well, I mean, okay, I'd die.
Yeah. Like, I think, like, most of them died. I think there was only, like, max 10 survivors.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think many people
and, like,
survived,
many of them...
Because even by the time the people were even able to get there, they'd be hypothermia.
I know there's, like, one lady that survived, but, like, I don't really know anything about her story. But, I mean, by the time they, like, interviewed them, they were, like, older. Not older, because, like, it happened in 1912, so it didn't really have anything crazy then. So, like, by the time they actually, like, got the interviews, like, and, like, interviewed them to...
They were older, though, because,
yeah,
I mean,
so then, like,
you
they
had to
don't...
wait so long, and you had to keep, you know, getting new information out and stuff like that. So, I feel like there's never been, like, a confirmed answer. It's just, like, weird.
Oh, what actually happened? Because, I mean, there's just the movie that everybody knows, which I love the movie, but it's like, what did happen?
I mean, considering most of it's revolved around the love story, it's not really a big, like...
Yeah. No, but, like, the remains are found, and, like, I know stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying that it didn't sink and it didn't, like, crash. But, like, what? You know. The moon landing. What do you think it's... Okay, first of all, what do you think?
Like, Armstrong?
Conspiracy theory. That the moon landing was fake. What do you think of that? Yes or no? I'll say mine after you say yours. Get your thoughts. I don't know if you've ever, like, thought about it, but I know a lot of people have, like, said that, like, they didn't, like, okay,
I've
you go.
heard about, I don't, something's a little weird about the video, to be honest. It, like, I know that it's old. Like, it doesn't, there are other old clips from that same time that look better. But, I don't know, I think it's
My take?
I don't know. I think
the moon landing where Armstrong, I stepped on the moon, that's fake. Now, I do believe we landed on the moon. But I think that the first moon landing and, like, the second one after that was fake. Like, I think the video and, like, the occasion, what does he say, like, 5 steps to man, something like that, that is fake. That whole thing is fake. I think we landed on the moon just in a later time. Like, I'm not saying they had to be, like, 10 years later, no. But we definitely landed on the moon. I'm not gonna, like, say that, because we literally have. But I think because there's literally, I watched, like, a documentary, like, there's, like, if you watch the video, it's, like, they literally could have created it in a studio. Yeah, and I'm not saying that, like, the rocket that they sent, like, I'm not saying, like, I don't really look into all that, I'm just saying from what I know, the first one, the whole, Neil Armstrong is fake. He is real, but the whole moon landing is fake. But I think we landed on the moon just at a later time. I don't know why they would make it fake, but it's also, like, the U.S. government, so, you know, they want to be silly.
You know who is fake?
Who?
What's her name? Helen Keller.
Bro, no. Okay, no. Now, I believe that Helen Keller is real.
She's definitely real, but the stuff that she did actually makes no sense.
Look, B is so for real.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but the fact that you're blind...
And it was so late. It was so, like...
You're blind and you're deaf, and you...
And they did... And also, when was she born? It was some, like... It wasn't in, like, the 21st century. It was, like... And I'm not saying stuff couldn't happen then, but B, for real, you did not fly a plane, whether it be for 1 minute, 1 second, millisecond...
Right? Oh my god, don't you dare tell me for a day that she flew a plane.
Unless someone was literally
holding... June 27th, 1880.
Yeah, so before the 1900s. I'm not saying that she's not real. Never said that. What she did was not, like, I'm not, like, some of the stuff, yeah, sure. But she did not, like, maybe she did go to school, but, like, she was, like, you're so behind. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, if you're deaf and blind, whether you're in this country or not, you're gonna be so behind. So, and she wrote her own book. I'm not saying that she couldn't have done that, but, like, it's just, like, some of the stuff she does, like, it just seems too over-exaggerated.
And
like,
you can't give out the fact that, oh, well, she wasn't, like, born blind and deaf. Yeah, like, sure, but...
She was literally... No, she was blind and deaf by the time she was, like, 5. I'm pretty sure.
It literally just said 19 months. So not even 2 years
old. She didn't even,
there's no way she could even remember half the stuff anyway.
She, like, yeah, because she could, like, barely, like, you know, she could barely... She was literally just learning her words. She was just learning how, like, walk and stuff. But, like, after that, that's when you actually start gaining memories of how to do stuff.
Yeah.
So it's, like...
There's no way.
Like, she did not... I don't care, like, okay, did she fly... Like, planes
no,
barely...
No,
Also,
I find it very hard
be
to
for
believe
real,
that she did
a
that.
plane... Planes were barely invented.
Successfully flew the plane.
Like, well, planes were barely invented. When they were even invented? Like, they were literally, like an actual plane? No. Lies. Fake.
I don't know.
So, I'm not saying she wasn't real, but she definitely, like, did not do the stuff that they said she did. And there's no proof. So if there's no proof, then there's no truth. Yeah.
There's no way.
That's the quote of the day.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, this might... I don't know if we should talk about this one. That might get a little too political.
Political? Boy, we're talking to literally no one.
What if I posted this, though?
Uh-oh.
Oh. What is this? I just searched up conspiracy theories. The Earth is hollow. What?
Oh, like there's nothing inside the Earth?
That's like, okay. I don't know. Cause like, I feel like no.
Okay, there's always gonna be something in something. But.
We've literally, I mean, okay. If we're talking about like we're not in a simulation.
Okay, but does it specify how far down we're talking?
It just says new, and let's say,
Actually, you know what?
Oh, some believers think there's an Earth inside the Earth.
Okay.
No.
Okay, no.
That's a little silly.
Psychological things. Like, okay, example. Old chemists, when they'd like say, oh, this and this makes air. How?
No, facts. Because like,
how do you
I'm gonna believe like most of science because that's just like what we were taught. But like, how do you know that 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen makes water? And why can't water, like, okay, like Loki thinking, and like, I'm not saying like kind of like, because obviously they had to discover stuff, but like, it was just so like crazy of stuff that they discovered and how. Like,
it also has me wondering, like, if they hadn't had, like, one machine, would stuff be different now?
Yeah.
And, like, why are the names of the elements those names?
No, actually. No, I know there's, like, well, there's this...
Like, why is this called a phone?
Oh, I don't know. But a lot of the things I know that were named in chemistry is based off the person who...
Yep.
The person who, like, found it or whatever.
Okay,
or
yeah,
it's from, like, the Greek meaning and then...
Who was the dude? I definitely don't want to say Avogadro because it was not him. There was this one dude where he named, like, a good portion of the elements. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of them. But he wasn't, like, virtually none of them had to do with his name. Like, they had nothing to do with him.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. Like, some things it's like, okay, yeah, obviously, like...
And, like, why is iron Fe?
Yeah.
Like, that...
Also, like, one thing, I know, like, this isn't a conspiracy theory, but it's just, like, a debate. Is water wet?
Oh.
That's, like, it's so weird, because, like, if you take the definition of wet, blah, blah, I don't think water itself is wet. But when it comes in contact with something, it becomes wet. It's like, that weird thing. It's like, yeah.
Like, I love that
Like,
stuff.
I think water itself, like, H2O, okay, well, water from the tap isn't H2O, because, you know, blah, blah. But, like, H2O, water coming from the tap, is not wet, but obviously when it touches something, it changes, like, yeah, it changes form, but it, like, it bonds, which makes sense.
It makes sense, because, like, when you take, like, cocoa powder on a spoon, you put it in, it comes back out dry.
Yeah. I think that water itself is not wet. It just bonds and turns surfaces that makes it wet.
So are you suggesting that, like, because multiple are bonding to each other to make a glass of water is what's going to make it wet and not, like, one particular little bond?
No, like, even if you pour water into a cup, it's only making the cup wet because it's bonding to the cup. Like, but, like, also it doesn't, like, some things that, like, interact with water just don't get, like, it depends on the bonds. Like, I don't know. It's, like, really weird. Because it's not like we can touch water, because if we touch water, then it's bonding with something. We can't just, like, we can't really do that. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Some science is a little silly. Or, like, the fact that, like, or, like, oh my god, they say we come from monkeys, right? Or, like, we evolutionize from monkeys. But why aren't monkeys evolutionizing still?
Like, why? They just, like, stop?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, for example, we evolution in monkeys, but take a monkey now, which I know they're, like, mixed with genetic stuff, but take, like, a monkey now, why can't they, like, why aren't more monkeys evolutionizing?
That made us.
No, like, okay, like, for example, like, monkeys, like, I mean, not that we know of, have, like, okay, you take monkeys, like, there's never been anything, like, oh, like, a monkey is, like, evolutionizing into a human. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's, like... Yeah. Like, there's no, like, for example, there's a monkey, and there's, like, a monkey that was, like, similar to human, and similar, like, similar, like...
smart, though.
No, yeah. But, like, why... You know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's, like, it just, like, stopped. Because, obviously, there's humans. We know that how we make humans. Duh. But besides that, why aren't monkeys evolutionizing like they used to? And making more humans out of monkeys instead of, like, humans make humans. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like, why isn't that happening?
Ooh, Ice Age.
I don't... What? What about it?
What about it?
I don't really know. I don't really, like... I've never really, like,
looked into the Ice Age.
Wasn't it, like, the time of, like... Where, like, the animal... Like, what was the Ice Age? I don't know.
It was a very, like... There was... Oh, frick.
I don't really, like...
I'm gonna forget it, like, when I actually started talking about it.
Let's search it up.
I'm pretty sure something had happened with, like... Something globally. And the way to fix... it was by, like, having the mammoths and stuff like that walk around or whatever the crap it was. And, like, over time, it just got so cold.
Okay,
but then they had the mammoths walk back around, so they started, like, warming back up because it was, like, plotting on the snow.
It was a glacial episode during the past geological period.
Yeah.
During the Pleistocene.
I watched, like, a whole 40-minute video on it one time.
I've never really looked into that. Like, I never really understood that.
I think
like, not understood, I just never looked into it. I guess it was, like, such a... Like, was it before dinosaurs? But then also, like, thinking back, like, what killed the dinosaurs?
During.
Oh, during? What killed the dinosaurs?
No, I think it was after. There were some dinosaurs, I think, when it was happening. But it was starting to slowly die out.
What killed the dinosaurs? Because, I mean, there's the whole, an asteroid killed them, but, like...
It was, like, the asteroid being that big destroyed every single one on Earth.
I'm not saying that, well, I'm not saying, I don't think it destroyed every single thing on Earth, because that wouldn't make sense, because then, like, okay, for example, if a big enough asteroid, because I'm not saying that could have happened, because we weren't there, but...
Okay, but that doesn't make any sense.
If it hit the Earth, it would have split the, like, the country, or, like, the land form would have been very different, because... Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if a big enough asteroid, like, did something to, like, if it affected the air...
Like, would it not have, like, pivoted in?
Yeah, it would have pivoted in, and it would have created... Because, like, it's not like we found... Unless, like, new landform was, like, created before we could, like... Not find... Because, obviously, we couldn't find the asteroid, but, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Like, if the asteroid was so big to kill not every single dinosaur at once, but, like, to kill the dinosaurs, then there would have been, like, a space. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the fact that, like...
Or, like, it would have, like, destroyed places where, like, stuff would have shifted, whether it shifted back or not, like...
Yeah, and because the Earth is round, and the Earth is round, it's not flat, people will say this is stupid. But
that's anyway, not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's just straight up facts. If an asteroid smacked Earth in, like, I don't know, we'll say U.S., it's gonna do something. Say it takes out all of U.S. Is it really going to affect anything on the complete opposite side? Like, okay, yes, it will, but, like, take everything out on the opposite side of the
It'll
Earth.
make, like, South America and, like, Canada.
That doesn't make any
like,
sense, though. Like,
the only thing is that the only thing that I think that if, like, an asteroid did hit it didn't kill all the dinosaurs, but whatever was... Like, the effect of that, it's like, for example...
Which is why aquatic dinosaurs are still here, If you nuke a place, and it just kills, okay, me and you, but it's still gonna affect my mom and whoever neighbors, because of, like, what happens, like, that's what I think, like, something radioactive, like, was brought off of it, but
so then it killed, but then, like...
side of a literal Earth, a planet.
Yeah. It's just
I just don't think that.
Because but then also that brings you to the question like, were dinosaurs all over the planet, or were they just in one spot? Like we don't know. Like I don't really.
Yeah, we don't
I don't know like the whatever it's called behind that, but like were they just? Because if they're in one spot, that's a little bit different. Because
that's completely different. But there's no way to prove that they were.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there have been bones found in every single continent, though.
Yeah.
So it just
no. I don't think land dinosaurs exist. Like technically, like the huge ones that we always like find the bones of. I think sea ones definitely exist. Ones are like the what is like the megalodon or whatever. I don't know. If, like I think that something similar to that exists. Because there's no way that like we would know. We haven't like literally discovered not even 10% of the ocean. Like we would not know. Yeah. So it's like hard to say whether or not.
And you know how many times a day that I bet people go out to sea and they go missing and then you never actually know? Yeah. Like.
No. The ocean actually, like, is terrifying. Like, I don't even care about, like, the sharks. Like, I don't even care about sharks. They don't even kill that many people. I'm just scared of, like, what we don't know. Because, like, you literally don't know. Because,
so
like, if someone...
fear of the unknown.
Because if something,
I don't know if it's really water for you.
What? Oh, yeah. Water, I just don't like water. Well, because it's the ocean, because we just don't know.
I feel like that's the same thing with you in the darkness, though. I feel like you don't necessarily have a problem with the dark, because we're in a dark room. You don't like what's inside of the dark.
Yeah, because I don't know what's there. And, like, I just have a lot of, like, weird, like, I see things sometimes, so I don't like the dark. But, I'm not, like, horrified, but, like, I just don't like the dark. But that's, like, the same thing with the ocean. The ocean's dark. Boy. Because, I mean, there's probably plenty of times where people get killed and, like, they just, like, oh, a shark killed them, or this. How do we know it's a shark? Because you never found the remains.
Exactly.
So it's, like, you don't know what else could have killed them, whether it be, whether it be something we discovered or not.
Yeah, like, it's the most, like, probable answer, but it just doesn't, like, sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because sharks don't just, like, gobble up. They're, like, with a human, from what I've seen with, like, shark attacks, most of the time I feel like people actually get out alive. Injured, of course, but alive, yes. It's always like a limb. Yeah. Like sharks don't ever like full up eat you.
No.
So well, because
sharks like they're the reason they're trying to eat you is because they see movement, so they don't oh, it's a human. Duh. They like just
most of the time, honestly, I've seen a bunch of videos for scuba divers.
We've killed more sharks than they killed us.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not scared of sharks. Sharks are very scary. Don't get me wrong.
Overhated, and I'm not going to go up and like pet one, but I'm definitely not like scared of a shark. But I'm also not going to be stupid like sometimes those people where they like are on the beach, so they'll see a shark and be like, oh, run up and go get him. Like, okay, I hope he does bite you, because what are you doing?
Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not scared of sharks, because, boy, if a shark came up to me, I'm running, I'm out. Like,
no,
I would literally cry.
But I'm also not going to look at a video and be like, oh, sharks are so horrible, they kill.
Because they're so, I think that, like, they kill, well, like, things that we just don't know. We don't know.
We literally kill more than them.
Because, like, okay, POV, whatever the animal, something similar to a shark, maybe, megalodon, kills someone. Alright, no one sees it, but it goes down to this little hovering cave 3 million feet down. Oh, well, we can't go down there, so we don't know what's there. So we're like, oh, it's just a shark, or like, we don't find the remains. Because if it's like a megalodon, I know those things are like fat or huge, whatever. And so
they literally just now found, a freaking video of a sea squid after like 100 years.
Yeah,
like,
so it's
are you serious? A sea squid?
Because, like, I think we're advanced, like, we're not, like, because, I mean, if you think about it, like, even if we talk, like, World War I, we're, like, a lot of things we were still advancing from just happened, so I'm not saying that we can't do it in a while, but, like, it's taken us a bit to get there, so...
I don't know, we've been at less than 10% of the ocean explored for, like, how long? Like, 10 years now?
And
like,
it's, like, scary, though, because it's, like, it's not like the Earth is covered in 50-50, it's covered in it's 74% of, I think, the world. Or wait, that's your body. Okay, a good percent of the Earth is covered.
It's over 60, I think.
Oh my god, I read this new article. I don't know if it's, like, real or not, but, like, I just read it. And it was saying that in the next 10 million years that Africa will be split in half because of, like, the boundaries. And, like, they'll be creating a new ocean. And it's, like...
there is a new ocean right now. Like,
it's,
like,
really?
being formed. Yeah.
Where? Is it in Africa?
I don't know, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the one I read, it said, like, 10 million years, so... Hey, let's search it.
Well, okay, I'm not saying, like, it's
no.
now, but there is
it says. No,
some, like, random water formation.
Because, like, Africa is starting to, like, split.
Which is, I think, what they believe is going to eventually be another ocean.
I don't think it'll
insane.
be. I don't know if it'll be another ocean, depending on how it splits, because it'll just kind of be part of the other 71%
of Earth's surface is covered in water.
Close enough.
And the oceans hold about 96.5% of all Earth's water.
Like, that's crazy. And we've literally discovered 10%. That's like, and like, most of it I think is probably in like.
This is the pictures Dustin showed us. On the online, the World Wide Web.
But yeah, that's like really scary to think about. And like, that's also like, I'm kind of glad, like, I would love to live like in like 100 centuries of like in the future of us, just like. But like, okay, but also I think that we perceive to ourself to advance too fast. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you look back in like the
years, we're not going to be insanely much more progressive.
Because even if you look at like the 1900s, they're like, oh, we're going to be this, we're going to have this. The only thing we have is like iPhone.
Like, they're actually stupid. Honestly, can we think about this for a second? Like 1910, they were like, oh, I bet you the cars are going to be flying. No, I bet you they aren't. Like, are y'all actually dumb?
We just made planes. They really thought that.
I was going to say, we like, actually, not that long ago, if you think about it, we made a good plane.
Yeah, I think that we made, like, we expect ourselves to advance more than, like, faster than we are. But we're not. Like, we're not going to.
Yeah, like, it doesn't make any, it's like, okay, we're really actually not going that far. We're still making different color meats.
And iPhones? Oh, yeah, iPhone, they said the new 14 is coming out in, like, yellow. I saw that on Apple.
No.
Yes.
No.
That Apple literally said that.
No.
Yes.
My God, why yellow?
I don't know. They want to be silly. Speaking of Apple, boy, can they do something different? Because y'all are so boring and like, at this point,
right,
like,
bro. Have you seen how the camera, it actually goes further out than the screen itself?
Like, that's so ugly.
Which means that, like, if you were to drop it, the first thing it's hitting is the screen.
Like,
excuse me, the
like,
camera.
okay, Steve Jobs, great job, you're dead.
He's dead.
No one cares. But Apple is a great thing, and I don't care if people say, oh, Galaxy's better. Okay.
But the 14 isn't even, like, that different from, like, the 13.
Exactly.
So, like,
it's just,
if
like,
you're
more...
keep making a new phone, then you need to make it different.
They can't, though. That's the thing. They, like, literally can't fight. Because, I mean...
Ew, okay.
Yes, it's yellow. I told you.
It literally looks like piss gold. I'm not enjoying that.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Ew, alright, can we talk about this for a sec? Who gets red phones?
My dad. But we bought him it because it didn't have black. But, like, who's picking red? I don't know. Psychopaths.
Wait, actually, the blue's kind of dope. I don't know if
it's, like, similar to the purple.
I get black every year, though. So
I like...
The first year, no. My first one was rose gold because they didn't have black. And so my mom got it for me as a gift, so it's like I got to choose.
Oh, yeah. My first iPhone was rose gold, and it was the iPhone 7 or 6.
I was kind of glad that it wasn't gold, because gold is...
Oh, yeah. But...
I feel like low-key underrated opinion. Actually, not entirely underrated.
No, what is
silver's better than gold.
Oh, yeah. Even jewelry.
Not many people...
Not many people agree with that. Jewelry, I think that's...
especially jewelry.
Silver is better than gold. I don't really...
100%. I don't know what it is. I think it's also just because it depends on your
like, your color. Like, your... Like, what is it called?
My hair and my skin tone, they're not...
I think that gold can fit off some people, but not a lot.
So I have to go with the silver because I feel like a silver works better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I cannot. But gold isn't like ugly. I just don't think I can pull off gold as much as I can silver.
Yeah, I don't really like gold
on me. Not that I ever really wear. I
think I don't really wear gold like ever. I'm more prone to silver. Some people can pull off silver, but oh my god, and the whole argument, especially of those old millennials and boomers, want to be, AI's gonna take over, be suffer because, like, I'm being so practical here. Okay, if I build a robot, I can't just pour water on it or click the off button, like, you act like I didn't build you.
Exactly.
And they're like, AI and chat GDP, and, they can talk to themselves, make a new language. Like, isn't that what we did?
But... Yeah. Who do you think made it?
Exactly, we did. Like, we can tell it. We're not stupid. Like, okay, yeah. Like, do you, like, I'm not saying...
We're pretty dumb.
Okay, but, like...
It doesn't...
It's like, okay, yeah, we made the AI, and yeah, the IA can advance? Sure. Never said that.
But wait, take a weed whacker, smack it, and that AI is gone.
And also, like, okay, they're talking, like, I think a lot of people talk, like, digital AI, well, they can figure out how to talk, and, like, they can plot against us.
Who made it?
What are they...
Like, are you serious?
They can plot against us. The code gonna kill us? Like, no, the code is doing... Whether they... Okay, what are they gonna do? Code a new AI robot to, like, kill us? No, they literally can't do that, because we're gonna print it off the 3D printer. Oh, I just unplug it.
And I do think getting to the hypothetical of, like, if they do actually turn on us and stuff, like, I think it's fun, but if we're thinking logically here, they couldn't.
Yeah. Or, like, there's, like, unless
robots... someone obviously hacked the code and, you know, they were able to do something.
Well, because that's what people talk about, is they think that, like, AI in itself would advance, like...
But that's the problem, though. It's not AI doing it, it's still us.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, it'll never be AI. It'll be...
Yeah. It'll be us controlling it. Whether they control it or not, like, whether they're controlling it, or, like, the big robots are gonna take... Because, I mean, AI is considered just, like, artificial intelligence. So, technically, like, you know, when, like, just, like, technology and just, like, other stuff, like, I know that's artificial intelligence, but, like, speaking of, like, robots, like, we're not that far advanced, and, yeah, have we made robots? But there's not, like, robots are pulling up to Subway serving your stuff. Like...
Right.
And I understand...
And,
like, it's the same argument, oh, they're gonna take our jobs. Well... That's not.
And also, because guess who gets to be free? Huh?
Keep going.
Anyway, one of the only places I can think of that actually even uses artificial intelligence in their, like, workplace is, I think, somewhere in Asia. And
no, I mean, well, Amazon does, because technically if you count, like, technology.
No, I'm not talking, like, computer.
Oh, you're talking about, like, robots?
They have, like, real robots that'll, take you to your room and stuff like that. But again,
well, I mean, they have, like, the robots that bring you the food. And, like, the robots and, like...
Not those, though. They actually look like people.
Well, I know there's, like, Wii robots that look like people, but it's, like... but it's, like... It's just, like, we're not that far advanced in, like...
Yeah, we're honestly not.
And, like, if they take our jobs... Oh, that's a problem for later. That's a problem for a later decision.
You know, I saw a video, actually, today about how Elon Musk, if you put salt around a Tesla, it'll never work again.
Are you joking?
Like
that's
he's
such a lie.
Because he sold his soul or whatever, and he wore a full-on satanic, like, armored suit thing to, like, to, like, exterminate.
Oh my god. We're gonna send the AI.
It's the AI.
No, but the people that be saying, oh, AI is gonna take over, it's the boomers. It's the millennials.
No.
It actually is.
Okay. Don't say boomers, though.
What's the millennials? It's the Gen... Oh, wait, no, that's us.
No, yeah. No.
Speaking of, like, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, what are we? We're Gen Z, right?
Pronouns are fake.
Stop, you cannot say that. You cannot say that. Okay, wait, are we Gen Z? Are we Gen Z or are we Gen X?
No, we're Gen Z.
What? You sure?
Yes.
Oh, I think Mariah's Gen Alpha. No, and I'm being so for real. Anyone that is in Gen Alpha, whatever it is, Alpha, Beta, whatever, you are 100. Nah, I'll give you the chance. Gen Z. You're 99% less smart than us. Like, they're so slow, and they develop so slow. Like, by the time they're 10, they're on. Okay, they know how to do hold up an Instagram and a TikTok, but they don't know how to count their ABCs.
Gen Z ended in 2012.
That means Mariah's Gen Z.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, millennials is 81 to 96.
What is my...
Gen X is 65 to 80.
Mine was Gen X. But, no. Like, Gen Alpha, and I'm not even, like, okay...
Boomers the second?
Oh my god.
Look, it's Boomers the second.
From what? What year?
55 to 64.
Oh my god. I think my grandpa's Gen... Oh, wait, no. He's born in, like, 1930.
AKA Generation Jones? Who calls it that? Oh my god, there's generations called post-war.
But Gen Alpha is just, like, they're just, like, dumb. Like, they're just, like, less, like, I think it's because they're, like, literally, like, we were born on technology, but it was, like, technology really wasn't that crazy when we were still, like, born. So...
Oh my god. Wait. Okay, this one's saying the Gen Alpha is between 2010 to 2025.
I think that's the right one.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So, okay, yeah, because that would make more sense.
210 to 225.
So my niece is Gen Alpha. That makes sense now. But I think that everyone that's Gen Alpha is just...
being Gen Alpha?
That's just like, no, get out. That's not real.
Like, excluding the year. Could you imagine your Generation Alpha? What is that?
They're not even Alpha because they're, like, dumber than everyone else.
I
think that our generation...
The fact that there will be people still being born when I graduate.
There's gonna be people
could you imagine your birthday is, like, January 20th, 2062?
No, imagine being, like, your graduation...
First off, we ain't even gonna be here by then.
But imagine, like, new century. Wait. Pause. Am I thinking right? No, like 30,000. Not, like, because I'm thinking... Yeah, because the new century would be
10 centuries.
2100. The new, what is it, like, the new 1,000th year? I don't know what that's called. Like, the new 1,000 would be, like, 3001.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's crazy. Also, who made up the date? If that's a thing. Because who made up the who made up the date? I think the simulation will end by then.
Okay, first off, can we... Calendars. Like, time.
They're so... Yes, they're so silly. Like who made time?
But had there never been... Like, someone never made the clock. The typical thing you learn where they, like, stick a stick into the floor and it's oh, well, the sun's here, so it's probably 12 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, the whole 5 o'clock margarita.
Yeah.
If that was never made, would we still go by a 24-hour schedule?
No, because, okay, I understand.
I don't know.
The 24...
No, you don't know. You can't even say, oh, I understand. No,
I'm saying the 24-hour schedule, why it happens is because of the way the Earth spins that we know of.
But who said?
Scientists. Astronomers.
Who said? The dead ones.
Yeah, I know, but, like, I get where they're coming from, but, like, time?
Okay,
like, just speaking of time.
Okay, I get the 24-hour schedule, totally. Like, that was a partial.
But the time of, like, months?
Yeah, like...
Y'all got me there.
Who's to say today is Thursday?
Oh.
Not me.
I
didn't say that.
It's actually Saturday.
Exactly. What if it's...
No, it actually
is kind of silly. Saturday?
Because when did they decide to be like, oh, today's Thursday, then tomorrow's Friday? Like, it's, like, really, like, silly.
And there are places that are, like...
And, like, okay, well,
on Friday?
Yeah, so today's Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday.
Like, who's on Friday? Because I know it's not me.
Yeah, because I understand, like,
I want it to be Tuesday.
Because, like, I understand how, like, the sun, but it just, like, doesn't make sense. Because why is it a different time and a different
And how
place?
there are some calendars that have an extra month. So technically, to some people, it's literally not even Thursday.
Or like on other, I think it's the way that the Earth revolves, but, like, it doesn't make sense, like, why, isn't it, like, on Mars or, like, a different planet? It's, like, why is, like...
I get that, but if someone were to say that this is not how the Earth revolves and it's a different way and we still believed it now, then it wouldn't be Thursday.
Well, because then, like, you go, like, on Mars and they'll be like, oh, well, in the Earth,
it's
like, different. Like,
it's completely different.
And, like, I understand because it's, like, the Earth, like, the planet spins differently, but, like, besides that, it's just, like, because, like, 365 days is, like, the time it takes for the, right? It's for the Earth to go around the sun. But how do we know that? Were y'all sitting there for every single day?
Right.
Counting? The axis spinning? Or they'll be like, oh, the axis is spinning a lot more faster than we think. Oh, then how are we so stable?
And
how y'all know that?
Right now, there are people
because when they go in space, they don't see the Earth spinning like 35 miles an hour. So how do they know that?
And how do they know how fast a light year is?
It's fake. Everything's fake. And you know why?
And oh my gosh, I watch black hole videos.
Oh my god, yeah, those.
Like a lot. And like there's like one particular YouTuber, I literally love him because he has like great animations. Every single time he talks about like the black hole, he'll literally like end the video with like, but that's just a prediction.
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Or they'll be like, basically, if you go into a black hole, and then the vortex sucks you up, but if it's like an elongated vortex or whatever, then you'd get stretched until you're so thin that you just explode. But if it's like a horizontal vortex, then you essentially get like sucked up a different way. So it's not actually you. It's like your internal organs. You're like, but it's like there's no way to prove it because you don't know if it's real because no one's gotten sucked up into a black hole
that we can prove it because
no one has.
Well,
no one on this Earth.
Okay, on this Earth. That's what I'm saying. Like, on our Earth. We don't know, like, in time. Like, in the... Because, like, whenever you ever watch, like, the TikTok videos, it'll be like...
I'm excluding a possible extraterrestrial being,
yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm saying, like, as of right now that we know of.
No one has...
So we don't even seen one. You don't even know what it looks like.
Yeah. Because, I mean, have you ever watched,
I don't care if there's those pictures of it. Like,
yeah.
I get the pictures, but, like, how do you know that that's a black hole? How do you not know it's something else?
Or, like, have you watched, like, the TikToks where it's, like, the Earth and they zoom out and it's, like, our solar system, the Milky Way they got to see? It's, like, so it's just, like, so crazy. Or, like, there's the, oh my god.
You get to see how small we are.
I forget, like, what is it called? I did this, like, thesis project on it, and it was, like, this, like, effect. It's, like, what is it called? It's, like, the data effect.
There's this video my chemistry teacher, the Sneller showed me.
What?
About... It shows how small we are, and then it shows how small things are to us.
Yeah.
It's so weird to just watch it.
That's why I think we're in a simulation sometimes. Because things just don't seem real. Wait.
Like, to the planet, we're, like, microscopic.
Yeah.
But to an ant, we're, like, gigantic.
Yeah.
That's, like, insane.
I figured
thinking about how something small to us is, like, a phone. To a baby, it's huge.
Yeah.
Like, this is small. This is not that big.
I know. Speaking of, like, small things, how did we ever decide, like, what was an atom? Because, you know, you're always taught everything is made... Or, no, what is it called? The constant thing where it's, like... No, not every reaction is an opposite reaction. It's the one where it's, like, time, like, never gets reduced. Or, like, something, matter never gets reduced. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Matter never gets created nor destroyed?
Yes. That doesn't make sense to me. Matter never gets created but never destroyed. Like, that doesn't make sense. Because matter had to be created. Like, that just doesn't make sense. But can't matter be destroyed? Because if I, like, take a hydrogen bomb, or if I take, I don't know, a log, and then I burn it, okay, the ashes are going up, but, like I don't understand that. Like, it's just, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, it literally does not make sense to me.
I think I failed my chemistry test.
When I don't have a
break.
When I don't have
answer questions.
When I don't have chemistry test.
Okay, enough.
But yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. What is it? Matter can't be created nor destroyed. That just, like, doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't get the, like they tell us, oh, like, yeah, obviously it's, like, the conservation, whatever, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
It sort of makes sense to me, but it, like, doesn't at the same time. Like, I don't get it, but it's kind of like, it basically just shifts whenever something is made bigger or smaller, but it's like, the amount is never necessarily lost. It just disperses into something else.
But it's like, I feel like matter because, like, okay, bring up that. Like, if you're just thinking, like, the universe, whatever it's called, the Milky Way, like, the Big Bang Theory, to where, like, everything exploded, and then it just, like, that's so, like, weird to think about. Is, like, how did, like, not, like, just the Earth itself, how did the Earth become the Earth?
Dude, how did the Milky Way become the Milky Way?
How did, like, the universe become the universe? Like, literally, how did, like, anything become anything?
And they're also,
because, like, how were stars created? Because I know they, like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, like, you can, like, watch videos on, like, how they were literally created, but, like,
how were they know? Yeah.
It's, like, or, like, when they'll make
because have y'all ever touched a star?
Make up a star.
Yeah.
Like, they'll say, like, a hypothetical, like, oh, if this were to happen, then this is the star it creates. How do you know that?
Yeah, because it's not, like,
how do you know that
stars are, like, super, super far away, right? Because, like, that's why they're so tiny. Like, when astronauts go out, it's not like stars are, like, the stars are, like, behind, like, it's not like they're there.
Yeah, they're, like, huge, though.
And I find it so funny that, like, Saturn or, like, these other random planets have, like, hundreds of moons, but then we only have one.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we?
Like,
Or maybe we do have another moon. It's just like too far. But that's just like honestly, yeah, I don't know. It's just like weird. Yeah. That's why it's like, are we in a simulation? Because like so many things are just too perfect. Not perfect, but it's like too like.
Yeah, like
it's just like why
of course we'd have the only planet in our solar system is one moon.
Or we're the only planet that we know of in our solar system that is sustainable to terrestrial life.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
and then also it's like the places that we can
originally on Mars, how would it be so different?
Yeah, would we? Because if
would we see Earth and go over?
Yeah, because we can. Well, because we can barely get to Mars now. So would we get to Earth? Like when would we get to Earth? What would happen?
Well, and they're even like, oh, we wanna move to Mars, and of course the only other planet we're talking about has like 2 moons. Yeah. Perfect 2 moons. Like
it's like really random.
Okay.
And like, why did you know how Pluto wasn't a planet anymore? Like, why? Who gets to decide that? Like, I understand. I understand. It's like, oh, because it's too.
I'm going back to standard of a planet.
Yeah, but like, who said
how you fit a standard of a planet?
Because we're the only planet that we know that can we know other planets in our solar system, but like besides that, we can.
And it's like 100% sure we could sustain human life.
What is the next planet that's like next to us? Not Mars, like going the opposite way towards the sun. Is it Venus, Mercury? Oh, Mercury, yeah, because like my very.
I'm not good with the
oh yeah, because it's Mercury, Venus. It's like my very something.
Dude, I never learned that. Oh,
anyways, I think it's Mercury. Why don't we go to... Wait, because we're the 3rd planet, right?
Yeah.
So it's Mercury. Because also, we can't go to the first... Because...
Well, we absolutely could not go any closer.
Yeah.
We have to go further. Which is insane to me because there's one of the farther planets are like hot. Like hot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Which is...
And it's kind of like... I know when like far from the sun, but it's also like... we're like, it's like, why is Earth 3-way? But it's the perfect amount. But this minute, you're like, it's just so weird. Like, the 3rd...
Venus, because it's the freaking, like, fire-looking planet.
Yeah, it's
Mercury and Venus, Mercury, right? Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter,
but why have we
Saturn,
never went to Venus?
Uranus,
or
Neptune.
It's, what is it? Venus is next to us, right? Why have we never went to Venus? Why have never talked about going to Venus? Like, why do we want to go that way? Like, I understand because it's towards the sun, but like...
Oh, well, because the conditions of it are extremely uninhabitable.
Oh.
Like, very bad. Like, excluding sun at all. The gaseous, like, formations in it are so dangerous.
But speaking of, like, when
you couldn't get close to it enough anyway, I'm pretty sure.
Well, speaking of, like, time, isn't, like, time different in space? Like, I've always thought about, like
I'm pretty sure something's different about it.
Because remember when astronauts go up, they, like, it's like when they're gone for, like, a year, but they're actually, for them, it's only, like, 6 days. But technically, that's speaking of, like, our, calculation of whatever, 6 days. Which is, because it's weird, because, okay, on Earth, say we spend a year here on Earth, I think in space, it's longer? I think it's longer in space. I can't remember. It's either longer or shorter. I think it's longer.
Well, if they were to go up... If they were to go to, like, the speed of light, like, flying up, they'd miss 5 years, or, like, 10 years down here.
That just doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense.
Like, in an extreme hypothetical, say...
Oh, no, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Rocket! And they took, like, a phew around the moon. It would take them, like, 30 seconds, right? Because it's going so fast. But down here...
Yeah, speed of light, yeah.
Down here, they would literally miss, like, 10 years.
That just, like, that doesn't make sense to me, though. That's the thing.
I think it's something like that.
But, like, that just, like, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Because, like, the same where it's, like, time is different on other planets. And I understand, speaking of the axis, but, like, the minute you get... Because technically space is the minute you get out of Earth's atmosphere. So, like, why is it different? Like, what is space composed
so different?
No, but, like, okay, because when we think of space and we look up, it's, like, black or, like, blue, like, dark. Like, it's space. But, like, what actually is space? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, there's, like, okay, yeah, it's the stars, and, like, but, like, thinking of itself. Because you were thinking of, like, okay, if you have a water bottle and you put ice and water in it, those are the planets and the whatever. But what is, like, space? Like, the thing containing everything. Like, what is holding
everything?
everything?
When you go up to, like, the moon and stuff, you just float.
Yeah. Like, cause you like no, like, but like no, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the black? Like what is like everything holding it together?
Yeah, like, is there even like time? Like, I know that sounds stupid. Obviously, there is, but like, for example, when you're down here on Earth, there's like an hour. But like, when you go up there, is it really an hour? Is it more than an hour? Is it less than an hour? And on different planets, is the time different? But like, how is it different if it's all time?
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense. Like, my thing is like, okay, yeah, I love space and it's like very pretty, but like, what is holding space? Because obviously we know the stars, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is holding Earth in the solar system other than like the whatever it's called? Like, what is like okay, you have the solar system, you have the stars, you have all the components, but what is holding that other than just like gravity and some other random like stuff? Like, what is like when you take pictures in space, like even astronauts, it's like black, and then it's like the stars, and then it's like this and it's that. Like, literally, legitimately, what is black?
And it's so weird because like when we look up at the sky, like on a clear night, you can see the stars, but the second that like NASA takes a photo, it's like there's nothing there. Like, it's literally just the planet.
Yeah, that's what's so weird. Because
like, black abyss.
Well, we look up and we see stars because it's like we're looking up because there's no stars close enough. But it's like,
well, I get that, but like,
because our stars
are built up to be such a big, like, they're big, like they're not.
But what? Because small. Okay, because it's so.
If they were small, you couldn't see them from here.
Yeah.
Well, not every single one. A lot of them are small, but like
a lot, like the North Star.
A good portion of them
are big. But like, what is like? Aren't stars composed of like? Aren't they like little suns basically? Yeah. But like, why
they're like really hot.
Yeah, but like, it just doesn't make sense. And I know it's like stupid questions because it's like we're gonna get these answers in our lifetime now, but it's just like crazy. Like we'll probably never, unless we're in a simulation, figure out like what is space.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Because also if you think of like the space treaties, you can't like you can, but like it's not like you can claim space. Yeah, it's not like, oh well, China has this part of space or they have this part.
You like literally don't.
And also it's weird to think about like I'll like bring to the point like we only have one moon and we're all going to that one moon. Like it's just kind of like weird.
Yeah.
Or there's just like it's weird like there's always asteroids and like shooting stars. Like I forget what shooting stars are, but like shooting stars like I don't know. Those like really weird to me. But yeah, I think that's good enough.
Good enough?
That was a good talk.
Oh, dude, I could talk for hours about space.
Okay. What do you want to say? Everything is fake, and we live in a simulation.
Yeah, so true. We're all gonna die, and it's fake.